here. Hey y'all, it's Shooter. Man, I have known Duff 25 years. I met him when I was a little sapling just moving to town. They had a big part of me moving to town. I loved Guns N' Roses when I was younger, and so I got to meet him early on. And later in life, we reconnected over me. My name got thrown in the hat through this guy Greg Nadell to possibly produce Duff McKagan's new record, and I met up with Duff again, and we reconnected, and we really bonded and had such a wonderful time making that album. Like, at the time, I was living in this house. Me and my wife were renting, and my kids had bedrooms down at the bottom floor, and I had this little piano on the top floor, and Duff would come over in the afternoon during like school kid drop off pickup hours, and I'd have a smoothie or something, and we would work on a couple songs here and there. The first night, though, the first time we got together, it was at night, and I remember that was when we knew it would work. We sat down at the piano, and he showed me a piece of a song, and I played something on the piano. I was very nervous, but I felt that I was good enough at like helping people complete songs in a way, like if they have an idea for like a little part of a song or something, but they don't know how to finish it or something. That I felt like I was pretty confident at doing, and it helped a lot of people do. So in that moment, Duff had some pieces of songs that were beautiful, and we instantly kind of jumped right into it. And then like over the days he'd come over and I would work on the album, he would play me stuff that he loved, some really beautiful Twilight singers, and I mean, just lots of things that meant a lot to him. He would tell me lots of musical stories, and that was something I really loved, and it kind of connected me to him as we were kind of gestating this thing. And we went in the studio and we tried a couple songs, I think, at one point. I don't know what at one point in there, but I know, and he let me use my guys that I had been touring with for a long time, Jamie and Ted. And well, Ted unfortunately didn't get to play bass because Duff played bass, but Ted later toured when we went on the road, which I'll talk about. But anyway, we went in the studio, John Schreffler, Jamie Douglas, Aubrey Richmond, and we started creating this piece that we really all connected to. It had all these elements of rock and roll and punk rock and all of our mutual kind of influences, but there were these beautiful arrangements that Duff had come up with, and these songs that were so deep and so cool, and it was like another chapter of his life. So I truly enjoyed it, and I learned a lot from it. And then we went in the studio at Station House and with Mark Rains and Darkness, and we cut this beautiful record. And then he asked me and my band to go back him up. And I say my band, but they're the best session players in LA, some of the best rock and roll musicians on the planet. We took Ted, who had played with me for 20 years, playing bass. We went out and we did these massive shows. He let us open. We opened the show. We were his backing band. We went through America. We went to Europe. Had some unforgettable times, and some of the best times of my life on the road with Duff. And it was just this beautiful chapter in this period of my life when I was really transitioning from an artist to a producer. And this moment in Duff's life where he was, I think, trying to really open up his creative output. He's such a brilliant guy and such a great writer and such a great music historian, and a great musician, like all across the board, and just a wonderful guy. So he took us out on the road. We did this whole thing together. It was so magical. It changed my life. And then all these years later, on the anniversary of Tenderness, the album, they came to me and said that there was a live recording from the show we played in Los Angeles at the El Rey, and I just really wanted to mix it because I had mixed the album, and I felt like I could make the live record match the album. And I took it in here to Sunset Sound Studio 3, aka Snake Mountain, and it was the first live thing I mixed in here, and I spread it out on this beautiful board. I ran it through this wonderful LA local overstayer dual imperial mic, pre, and EQ, among other things, limiters and whatnot gear. It's a wonderful piece of equipment. I learned that trick from Spike Stent. I put that all through, the drums through that and everything, and really brought it. And I used that when I was mixing the Duff record too. So I brought it all together into something that I felt was a really good representation of the love we had on the road, but it also felt like it sat right next to the album as far as the mix. So I love being a part of all of it. They asked for me to make a video about my experience of working with Duff. It's nothing but aces. Duff is the best. And I'm so proud of Tenderness and the live record we did. And I'm just every day in awe of the fact that Bob Dylan loved Chip Away. All right. Love you, Duff.